Hello, and we are here at the third and final video of the um, social media advertising introduction. And I said I was going to start here with elements of a social media ad. So last time I talked about targeting, we talked about goals. Now, the third part is the creation of the ad itself. We're going to look at a couple examples momentarily. I just want to quickly go through the four big elements that you will see in all of them. One is the message, that's the text. Every ad has some sort of text. You don't see social media ads without them, and sometimes they're on an image, um, but almost always they are going to be the actual text. The creative is the image, it's the video, it's the other part of the ad that is not the text. We are seeing more and more video ads these days, but for years, images were the key cog of advertising, as we saw earlier. Then there's the call to action. This is what the actual verb is, like shop now, learn more, watch now. What do you want them to do? Don't buy. Not. It's not necessarily like, hey, buy this. It's more of like, if someone clicks through this ad, what are they going to do? And then the fourth, the destination. Where are they actually going? The call to action is what you want them to do. The destination is where that's going to happen. There are differences between, so like Meta, for example, has a destination URL, but they also have a vanity URL. A vanity URL is just what the link is that you see, where a destination is the actual URL where you would go. This is helpful because a vanity URL would be helpful if the actual destination is a really long and wieldy website that might have a lot of like different measurement parameters included. Um, but a vanity metric, a vanity URL, or sometimes a display URL is just like a general description of it's just the website, um, like Netflix.com, Amazon.com, like those are general displays. But you never just go to Amazon.com. There's a much longer link there. The other things to consider during an ad setup, one is you need consistency across everything. That means messaging. That means goals. That means the landing page where they go and anything else they do. It's got to look similar. It's got to be talking about the same thing. You don't want to pull the rug out from under them. But I would say the most important thing here to consider during setup is the unique value proposition. And that is what makes this ad stand out and why should people care? And I'm going to show a couple of examples here. The unique value proposition. What is the unique value proposition here? We know what the call to action is. That's the shop now. Great. And we have there was body text, in underneath these, but underneath the bottom, but I just couldn't fit it all here. But there's also text here on the image, right? Fast Twitch, buy Fast Twitch Power Sticks, get a free stainless steel water bottle. And you see really the unique value proposition is that if you buy those powder sticks, you're going to get a free stainless steel water bottle. That is the unique value proposition. It is a classic sales offer where you buy one thing and you get that plus something extra. But in this ad, it is designed in such a way where you're looking really at that something extra. And the reason for that is that Fast Twitch energy drink mix was fairly new when this ad first came out. And Gatorade was trying to up the interest. And to do that, they figured we need to have something to go with it. There needs to be a supplement to go with it. That's where the stainless steel water bottle came in because Gatorade water bottles are held in very high esteem, both the plastic ones and the stainless steel ones. So hey, let's promote a product that we're known for that our users already like, and if we can get them to glob onto that, then we can get them to buy the Fast Twitch powder sticks. On the other side, this is a Facebook ad from a digital marketing agency, and what I to this day I ask what is the unique value proposition. I believe it is You become the best digital agency in 45 days. However, if you compare that to this, which one is one more believable and two a little bit more clear? Um, right? You buy energy drink sticks, you get a stainless steel water bottle. That is very clear. And I realize this is a B2B versus B2C. It's apples to oranges, but the point of this is just the stark contrast between messaging and offerings. Here, this is an elite white. They call themselves an elite white label digital marketing agency. They're going to make you the best agency in 45 days. So I'm unsure what makes them elite. I'm unsure how I become the best. And I am not really sure what else is going on in this image because there is no image. If we look at the four elements of the webs of an ad, um, I mean, you see, right? There's a learn more. It's the call to action. There's text, I suppose. Um, they have a website. That's the display link I see. But where's the image? Where's the creative? That is very uncreative. Creative. I see a logo and I see a big circle. The end. To me, this is a very bad example of social media advertising because it doesn't. First, I'm not going to stop the scroll. Second, even if I do, right, and I see you become the best digital agency in 45 days, and I'm thinking, okay, let's see who these people are. I don't actually know who they are. They don't actually show me anything. And this goes back to one of the last slides in the other social media advertising presentation that I have. You have to show and not tell. They are telling here. There is no showing. In fact, they are showing that they do not know what they're talking about by having this really poor ad. So, being able to show, not tell, right? That happens here. That does not happen here whatsoever. It's not even close. Finally, I did want to mention YouTube. For I teach a class where I talk about social media advertising, and I just show them an ad on YouTube. But not going to do that here. So I'm just going to describe this a little bit more. I've been running ads on YouTube for years. We've all seen them, unless you have premium and have been living without it. And when you see ads on YouTube, usually you zone out immediately. But I encourage you to at least watch the first 10 seconds next time you see an ad and tell me what it's like. Because this is where it gets interesting. A study that was done of consumers years ago showed it asked them, okay, what kind of ads? The study sought out reasons why people actually watch YouTube commercials, YouTube ads, and don't skip immediately. And the number one overriding type of ad that they saw that they didn't skip was a movie trailer. And people were saying that they actually wanted these movie trailers. Like they would rather watch the movie trailer than the video itself. But then after that, it got a little bit more dicey. Then you had people that were saying, hey, okay, here's my favorite. And they would, link to a couple things. And you would get a couple of examples across all industries. There was no commonality after the movie trailer. But then after that, a lot of it was they were mostly ads that talked directly to the viewer saying, hey, you. And they were extremely powerful hooks. The first 3 seconds, they could get them. And in one example, it was even the ad saying, hey, don't press that skip button. Or one time saying, if you press the skip button, you're going to lose out on XYZ. I don't remember what it was. But it was speaking directly to the person and trying to essentially stop them from taking their everyday action of pressing the skip button. And I would call that pretty powerful hooks. But then also it's dynamic content. So it's stuff that was fast paced, quick cuts. And more than anything else, it had a lot of good broad appeal. It might be niche, niche ads are always good. But when I say broad appeal, I mean in a way that it not the content, but the way that the video is created. That is the editing style, right? That is that's music that captures your attention. That's a voice that is commanding, and it's a script in the words they are saying that really kind of force you to listen. That's what I mean by that is that on YouTube you have to be really on top of your content game in order to advertise something that is actually going to get attention. Because more than 95% of the time, people click that skip button as soon as they possibly can. So that's your basic 25-ish minute overview of social media advertising. For more on each of the platforms and to go more into the step-by-step process of creating a campaign, again, which this class is not really for that, but to learn more about the advertising, check out the PDF presentation that I have in the course. It'll even go more into like the average cost per click for all these different platforms that have ad opportunities. And you can see a little bit more into how they work, but I did want to give a broad overview across platforms. I wanted to talk about YouTube really quickly. But that's about it. If you're interested in more of a deep dive on social media advertising, please feel free to reach out. I'm also looking for case studies of social media ad campaigns that worked, especially those on LinkedIn. Those remain elusive to me. So, yeah, hopefully you learned a little bit here. I know these weren't the most exciting slides in the world, but hopefully they are decently informational. So, thanks again, and we will see you next time.